Welcome back from the short breather. We continue with the prophecy confirmation. My name is Sarah Bedu. This segment is brought to you by Golden Partnership Platform. Visit our website, christcosmopolitan.org, and partner with the man of God, Pastor Obed Obeng-Addae. Rising global ammunition prices. We continue with a geopolitical and economic prophecy from the prophet of God, his man-servant Obed, who warned that ammunition prices would rise sharply across the world.
There will be increase in ammunition prices globally. That owning a gun will be luxury.
Industry reports show that the global ammunition primers market expanded rapidly in 2025 and is projected to grow substantially through 2033. Indicating heightened demand and rising prices across defense and civilian sectors.
Because what we're seeing is prices are going up on all ammo. They're just gradually, not a lot, not like you walk in one day and it's $10 for this box and $50 the next day. No. What it is it's just going up 3%, 5%, 10%, 3% again, 10% again. Just gradually. And the worst part is like, the ammo companies are literally announcing it. They're literally announcing it and letting us know, hey, FYI, price is going up. January, Winchester announced increases from 5 to 10% in January 2025, and they followed through on that. They announced the increase. Once the Czech group took hold, they announced another increase.
The second confirmation links this surge directly to escalating global conflict. The mid-2025 Iran-Israel confrontation triggered heavy U.S. military involvement, leading to intensified use of ammunition and increased pressure on supply chains.
It is an outrageous, grave, and unprecedented violation of the fundamental principles of the Charter of the United Nations and international law. The warmongering and lawless administration in Washington is solely and fully responsible for the dangerous consequences and far-reaching implications of its act of aggression.
This sparked a spike in civilian ammo purchases in the U.S., fears of shortages, volatile pricing, and a nationwide rise in online searches of ammunition, strong indicators of a tightening and increasingly expensive market. A third confirmation comes from a global defense assessment. The latest Global Peace Index reports 56 active conflicts worldwide, the highest since World War II. Military spending continues to climb, reaching a record $2.44 trillion. Such sustained conflict activity and spending patterns are driving ammunition demand even higher, further reinforcing the prophecy.
Our next story takes us to the United States. Washington has just approved a massive defense budget. It is close to $1 trillion. This is the biggest military budget in American history, or in the world for that matter. It locks in President Donald Trump's priorities, like more money for weapons and the U.S. military at home. But the American Congress has also drawn red lines. There are limits to what the president can do. Plus, Europe is guaranteed the support of U.S. troops. Ukraine will get $800 million in weapons aid. China will face new scrutiny on tech investments. Taiwan will get $1 billion for military cooperation. Israel's missile defense systems will get full funding. And Trump's military operations near Venezuela are under scrutiny.
There will be increase in ammunition prices globally. That owning a gun will be luxury.
The rapid market expansion, conflict-driven demand spikes, global supply chain strain, and record military spending collectively confirm Pastor Obed's declaration that ammunition prices would rise globally. The man of God prophesied a year of military revolution, highlighting rapid advancement in military strategies, technology, and security agencies, along with an increase in cybersecurity recruitment.
The year of military revolution and approaches and advancements in military strategies and security agencies will be on the rise, with more recruits in cyber security. If you have a degree in cyber security, be at peace. This year is your year for a boom.
A first confirmation has emerged. In 2025, military operations worldwide are being transformed by innovations in artificial intelligence, connectivity, and autonomous systems. AI is now integral to battlefield decision-making, surveillance, and predictive analytics. Autonomous weapon systems, counter-drone technologies, and electronic warfare are reshaping combat strategies, while biotechnology and human augmentation are improving soldier performance and resilience.
Military historians will mark June 1st, 2025 as the day autonomous warfare became reality. Operation Spider's Web wasn't just another drone attack on Russian territory. It was the first verified large-scale combat operation conducted by artificial intelligence systems operating with minimal human oversight during the execution phase. And this changed warfare forever. For over a century, every trigger pull, every missile launch, every tactical decision in armed conflict required a human brain making the final choice. Pilots flew from cockpits, tank crews operated from armored vehicles, and even drone operators controlled their machines from command centers thousands of miles away. The fundamental rule was clear: humans controlled the killing. That rule just got shattered in Russian skies. Ukrainian forces had spent 18 months secretly positioning attack drones across Russian territory using civilian supply routes and wooden shipping containers. These weren't ordinary military operations requiring constant communication with headquarters. The AI systems inside each drone learned about local air defenses, studied weather patterns, and calculated optimal attack routes while waiting patiently for activation.
The year of military revolution and approaches and advancements in military strategies and security agencies will be on the rise, with more recruits in cyber security. If you have a degree in cyber security, be at peace. This year is your year for a boom.
Massive and ongoing Chinese hack.
Investigating a Chinese hack
of major telecommunications companies.
Cyber espionage is really a normal fact of life, but the growth and intensity of China's cybersecurity industry, including its hacking, has taken the world by surprise.
China has gone after electrical grids, water treatment facilities, and telecoms associated with the United States. Critical infrastructure.
The Chinese may not be as sophisticated as the United States, but on every level, China has been moving with substantial determination.
These developments reflect the prophecy of accelerated military modernization and strategic evolution. The integration of AI, autonomous systems, and cyber capabilities confirms Pastor Obed's prophecy of a year marked by revolutionary military advancement and enhanced global security strategies. Gold price surge. The Apostle of God prophesied that gold prices would rise steadily from April through August 2025.
Gold prices will rise from April all the way to August. It will just be going. Sometime, August. Gold. If you don't like crypto, consider gold.
A first confirmation shows that over the past month, gold prices have increased by 8.69% and are up 41.48% compared to the same period last year. Trading data confirmed sustained upward momentum, reflecting growing investor demand and market confidence. A second confirmation from daily trading records throughout 2025 demonstrates a consistent rise in gold prices across the prophecy period, aligning directly with the prophetic timeline.
It's been a remarkable year. It's kind of been one of those periods of time when gold, I think, has managed to punch its way into the mainstream of kind of the debate in financial markets, and I think that has been mostly just a reflection of its price. You know, it's up about 63% now, something like that, which, as you say, is its best year since 1979.
Gold prices will rise from April all the way to August. it will just be going. Sometime, August. Gold. If you don't like crypto, consider gold.
The steady increase in gold prices from April through August 2025 confirms Prophet Obed's prophecy of a significant surge in the precious metals market. Silver boom and India's rise. A confirmation has emerged. As of September 3rd, 2025, silver prices reached a 14-year high at the $41 mark, reflecting nearly a 40% increase since the beginning of the year. This surge demonstrates strong global demand and market growth, directly fulfilling the prophecy of a silver boom in 2025. Prophet Obed also prophesied India's emergence as a major global player in 2025.
Silver will see a boom in the year 2025. I see India coming head to head, overtaking the United States of America and head to head to China. It will be an extremely good year for India. So if you like stocks, the ISE, the Indian Stock Exchange, will be one of the mighty countries to watch globally. They will so rise into prominence to even rival China. They will do extremely well in 2025 and even outdo the United States of America. Hence, the Indian Stock Exchange is a good place to put some money. Because of the vibrational energy and the grace that God is unleashing over India, Hebraically and heavenly, India will be a well-celebrated place for business, for travel, and for government considerations.
First confirmation. Analysts and reports suggest India is reshaping the global economic order, attracting significant investor attention. Second confirmation. As tensions rise between China and US, India is being recognized as the world's newest growth giant, emerging as a leading destination for investment and economic influence, validating the prophecy of India's rise to prominence.
India's GDP numbers are out and it looks like Diwali never ended. The Indian economy has beaten all expectations. It has cemented its status as the fastest growing major economy. That too in a world of chaos. You had the tariffs, you had wars, you had political instability, yet the Indian economy surged ahead.
It will be an extremely good year for India.
The second quarter saw trade tensions with the United States of America. US President Donald Trump imposed 50% tariffs on Indian exports. This quarter saw the final phase of the war in Gaza and continued escalation in Ukraine. All these factors took a toll on the global economy. And it shows in the numbers too.
They will so rise into prominence to even rival China.
Look at China. They grew by 4.8% in the same period. Malaysia grew by 5.2%. The Philippines by 5.5%. And Indonesia by 5%. Compare that to India, 8.2% growth. So clearly something went right for us.
Because of the vibrational energy and the grace that God is unleashing over India, Hebraically and heavenly, India will be a well-celebrated place for business, for travel, and for government considerations.
The unprecedented rise in silver prices and India's growing economic stature globally confirms God's servant Pastor Obed's prophecy of 2025, highlighting both financial and geopolitical shifts. Ghana Air Industry Revival. Ghana has taken a significant step towards establishing a national airline. On May 7th, 2025, a 10-member task force were inaugurated by the Minister for Transport to spearhead this project. This initiative is part of the President John Dramani Mahama's vision to position Ghana as a strategic aviation hub in West Africa.
I see Ghana taking their place again in flags of pageantry and pomp, not under the name Ghana Airways, but with portions of the name changed. It sounded in my ears like Ghana Air with a local name undertone. Ghana Airways, our airspace will be revamped. It is going to be so beautiful. And we are going to be one of the best in the world.
Ghana's Ministry of Transport has submitted a proposal to the Presidential Cabinet to launch a new national airline with the aim of restoring Ghana's presence in commercial aviation. A 10-person task force has been set up to develop the business model, fleet plan, and regulatory framework. Ghana's domestic air traffic grew from 690,314 passengers in 2019 to 775,662 in 2023, with total passenger traffic reaching around 2.91 million in 2023. Kotoka International Airport handled around 3.2 million passengers in 2024, highlighting the potential for a national carrier to strengthen domestic and regional connectivity.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama reaffirmed his government's commitment to restart a transparent process for the establishment of a national airline during the State of the Nation's address. In line with this vision, I inaugurated a task force on the 7th May 2025 to oversee and coordinate all necessary activities towards the realization of this national objective.
While the new airline will not operate under the old Ghana Airways name, reports indicate it will carry a reimagined brand, potentially Ghana Air, with local undernotes matching the prophetic description. Ghana's renewed focus on aerospace and national airline development aligns directly with Pastor Obed's prophecy of growth in the sector and the country's return to global aviation prominence. Ginger and pepper farming boom. Ginger and pepper are becoming highly profitable in 2025 due to surging global demand, record high prices, and limited local supply in regions such as Ghana. Farmers and sellers engaging in these crops are experiencing significant financial gains, with well-managed operations becoming extremely lucrative. The combination of global market pressures and domestic shortages is creating a boom in the spice trade, as prophesied by the man of God, Pastor Obed Obeng-Addae.
The commodities that will do well this year, if you are a farmer, spices, cinnamon, ginger, pepper, they will rise to an all-time high in August and September. In August, and will suffer major setback in February, April, and September.
But it's not just farmers feeling the impact. Traders like Nyanyo Dache now purchase sacks of ginger in Ivorian Sefa instead of Ghanaian cedis, further increasing costs. Meanwhile, demand from border towns is outpacing supply.
Farmers and sellers who consider ginger and pepper will become extremely rich in 2025. Consider pepper farm and ginger farm.
And that 35 million. And number 5 and also 40 million. And GMOG 30. And number 4 32 million. Last year January no. And they call to say March in February. And on Saturday 2005 and they 30 million.
The rising profitability of ginger and pepper farming in Ghana and beyond confirms Apostle Obed's prophecy that these ventures would bring substantial wealth in 2025. Agrochemicals and fertilizer boom. The global agrochemicals markets continue to experience steady growth, valued at approximately $271.42 billion in 2024. It is projected to reach $390.17 billion by 2030, growing at a compound annual growth of 5.4%. This trend highlights the booming opportunities in fertilizers and agrochemical investment, exactly as the prophecy suggested, positioning the sector as a lucrative focus for farmers and investors in 2025.
Farmers who are considering investment options should focus on fertilizer and agrochemicals. For the farming industry itself will dip, but the agrochemicals will shoot up. Because when nature cannot support agriculture, then chemicals and fertilizers will.
The steady expansion of the global agrochemical markets confirms Pastor Obed's prophecy that fertilizer and agrochemical investment will outperform traditional farming ventures in 2025. Livestock and egg prices. The first confirmation reveals that egg prices have surged dramatically, outpacing gold by 80%, underscoring their growing economic value. A second confirmation reports that egg prices have reached a 4-year high, with experts predicting continued strength due to high demand and limited supply. Prophet Obed had always warned livestock farmers to focus on disease prevention and improve egg quality.
Livestock farmers should focus on disease prevention extremely and cautiously, along with improved quality, look at their egg production, since egg will become very expensive in this year. The prices of egg will go up.
Economy and to a troubling new forecast when it comes to the price of eggs, now predicted to rise more than 40% this year, double the prediction just a month ago. And tonight, what more restaurants now say they're being forced to do. Here's Ariel Reshef.
Tonight, with a nationwide egg shortage from bird flu, the USDA now warns the price of eggs is expected to jump more than 40% this year, double the increase projected just last month.
Livestock farmers should focus on disease prevention extremely and cautiously, along with improved quality, look at their egg production, since egg will become very expensive in this year. The prices of egg will go up.
The prices are really high. Scarcity, $10 a carton. I got really think twice about that.
And more restaurants are passing those high costs on to customers. The Denny's chain is now joining Waffle House, adding a temporary surcharge to meals with eggs at some of their 1,300 locations. The price for a dozen eggs on average is up 96% over the last year.
The advice now critical as eggs become a highly valuable commodity. The soaring egg prices and renewed focus on livestock health confirm Pastor Obed's 2025 prophecy that egg would become as precious as gold, emphasizing the importance of quality and disease control in farming. Cement prices remain high. First confirmation shows that despite declines in other building materials and a strengthening local currency, cement prices in Ghana have remained unusually high. While iron rods and plumbing materials have fallen significantly, cement costs continue to defy the trend, putting pressure on the construction sector. A second confirmation reinforces this. Even with a 40% appreciation of the cedi against the US dollar, cement prices remain stubbornly high, hovering between 90 Ghana cedis and 120 Ghana cedis per bag. The persistent high costs are delaying construction projects nationwide, frustrating contractors and impacting Ghana's housing development initiative.
Cement prices will go up.
We started the month of March with the dollar at about 12 Ghana cedis, or almost 13 Ghana cedis. We ended the month of March with the dollar at about 10 Ghana cedis. Also, when it comes to fuel, we started the month of March at 13 point something, and then it dropped drastically to 12 point something at the end of the month. So I just can't understand why the price of cement has gone so high.
The unrelenting rise in cement prices and its impact in real estate projects confirmed prophecy by the man of God, Pastor Obed Obeng-Addae, highlighting both economic pressure and booming property values. Accidents and surgeries. Ghana is experiencing a significant increase in road accidents driven by speeding, potholes, and drunk driving. The Ghana Medical Association has declared the surge a public health emergency. Hospitals and surgical teams are under growing pressure, with more operations required than ever before. The Ghana Health Service is working to improve healthcare quality and safety through initiatives as the National Quality and Safety Coordination Committee, but the rising demand for surgical interventions remain a critical challenge.
Accidents will be on the rise. Ghana, please get ready. Prayer will not stop it. What will happen will happen. But God will deliver his own. There will be too many accidents and no rest because of plenty surgeries. Hospitals and doctors will not find rest.
We've seen a number of reports on road crashes. Let me just take you through what the year 2025 had seen so far from January to October 2025, and it's a total of 2,429 deaths on our road, over 2,000 deaths on our road as a result of road crashes, or term it as traffic crashes. This is a report we are getting from News Center. This is a report also coming from the National Road Safety Authority. So the latest provisional data is from the MTTD and also the National Road Safety Authority of the Ghana Police Service that has reviewed a troubling upward trend across nearly all indicators, from fatalities to pedestrian knockdowns, despite various national efforts to curb the carnage on the road.
Commercial drivers are sounding the alarm, pointing to a toxic mix of factors fueling the carnage: poor road markings, drugged up drivers, speed demons, and Okada riders treating traffic lights like mere suggestions. Kofi is a driver at Abekan La Paz.
The Okada riders have come to destroy the business. The majority of accidents are caused by them. When the traffic light is red and all vehicles stop, you'll still see the Okada riders bypass the signal without adhering to traffic rules, even when the light clearly says stop.
Accidents will be on the rise. Ghana, please get ready. Prayer will not stop it. What will happen will happen. But God will deliver his own.
The increase in accident and surgical cases in Ghana confirms Prophet Obed warning for 2025. More patients, busier hospitals, and relentless demand for surgeons, especially in tropical regions.
Speeding kills. Slow down.
Pharmaceutical industry grows. The prophecy is now confirmed. The global pharmaceutical sector is experiencing rapid growth fueled by technological innovations like artificial intelligence and personalized medicine.
The pharmaceutical industry will boom with health care consciousness.
There is increased demand for tailored treatment and innovative therapy, particularly for chronic and complex diseases. Key trends include accelerated drug discovery, digital transformation in clinical trials, the rise of cell and gene therapies, and a strong focus on patient-centric and sustainable healthcare solutions.
When we talk about AI in healthcare, I think we need to understand it as a foundational change in the toolkit we have available. In the same way, and I mean this profoundly, that algebra changed our understanding of the world and of math.
In our field, the major changes are happening in diagnostic testing. How we can now interpret them more effectively and without as much expertise needed. We are like seeing the old patterns of care change into new ways of doing care.
The topic of how is AI going to be used is so interesting because these new machine learning, sophisticated models, they aren't the end of the question, it's the beginning of the question.
The pharmaceutical industry will boom with healthcare consciousness.
AI is helping scientists discover new drugs faster. Instead of taking years, AI can analyze billions of molecules and identify the best ones in just months. For instance, in silico medicine used AI to develop a new drug for lung disease called ISM001055. This is a major breakthrough in medicine. Number 2, personalized medicine. AI is revolutionizing personalized medicine. By analyzing your DNA, AI can identify the most effective treatment tailored specifically for you. For example, cancer treatments like Keytruda are now selected based on genetic markers. This results in better outcomes and fewer side effects. Number 3, robots in pharmacies. Robots such as Script Pro and Roa are capable of filling thousands of prescriptions daily. Major pharmacies like Walgreens and CVS are using them to increase efficiency and reduce errors. This ensures your medications are safer and delivered more quickly. Number 4, AI-powered medication management. We now have apps that help you manage your medications. Apps like Medisafe and PillPack remind you to take your pills and alert you to potential drug interactions. They're like having a mini pharmacist right on your phone. Number 5, digital pills. Digital pills are here. These pills contain tiny sensors that notify your doctor when you've taken them. For example, Abilify MySite sends this information to a companion app. This technology is particularly beneficial for individuals with chronic conditions, such as mental health disorders, as it ensures medication adherence.
With healthcare consciousness.
While challenges like talent shortages and regulatory complexities remain, the sector's overall growth is unmistakable. The surge in pharmaceutical innovation and heightened healthcare awareness confirms Pastor Obed's 2025 prophecy, highlighting a year of unprecedented opportunities in medicine and wellness. Fastest growing economies 2025. Again, the man of God, Pastor Obed Obeng-Addae, prophesied that certain countries would emerge fastest growing economies in 2025, highlighting India, China, Russia, United States of America, United Kingdom, Australia, and Malaysia.
The fastest growing economies in the world will be India, China, Russia, USA, UK, Australia, and Malaysia. The fastest growing economies in the world. And the number 1, India. 2, China. The rest are not in any order. Russia, USA, UK, Australia, and Malaysia.
Recent projections from the IMF and CEO World Magazine confirm this prophecy. India is leading with growth rates between 6.2% and 6.8%, followed by Philippines at 5.5% and China at 4% to 4.6%. Malaysia is also showing strong expansion at 4.1%. Other nations like Australia, Russia, and the United Kingdom are projected for more moderate growth, while the United States of America maintains steady growth performance.
And the number 1, India. 2, China. The rest are not in any order. Russia, USA, UK, Australia, and Malaysia.
These projections confirm Pastor Obed's 2025 prophecy, highlighting a year of rapid economic growth for emerging powerhouses and reinforcing the global shift in economic influence. USA unemployment and business slowdown 2025. The Apostle of God prophesied that 2025 will see a rise in unemployment and a slowdown in business activities across the United States. Recent reports confirm this prophecy.
America. There will be rise in unemployment and there will be plenty business crash. Please, if you are in CCI and you are in America, listen to me.
In August 2025, the U.S. economy added only 22,000 jobs, a sharp decline from earlier months when over 100,000 jobs were being created monthly. The unemployment rate rose to 4.3%, the highest since 2021. Economic experts attribute the slowdown to factors such as trade disruptions, tariffs, and rising inflation. Sectors like manufacturing and construction are particularly affected, contributing to a cooling labor market. Businesses are reporting increased uncertainty, with the prophecy indicating potential recessionary pressures into 2026.
In August, businesses added just 22,000 new jobs.
That's actually quite a weak number. Looking at that in isolation, that would actually be a lot more consistent with the start of a recession, historically.
Gone are the days of 200,000 jobs every month. We're likely to be in an environment where job growth is hovering around zero, essentially.
The U.S. labor market is worse than previously thought. Less than half of the people polled by the New York Fed say they could find a new job if they lost their current one.
Downside risks to employment are rising. And if those risks materialize, they can do so quickly in the form of sharply higher layoffs and rising unemployment.
The Federal Reserve can give businesses more confidence to hire workers by adjusting the federal funds rate. The Fed is lowering this key interest rate as companies navigate changes on trade, immigration, and inflation.
Companies are holding back because they're both trying to see what the tariffs will be, what the effect of the tariffs will be, and inside of that is what happens to their profit margins.
They're willing to deal with the uncertainty, but they need to react to that. And so part of that is just being very prudent in how they're hiring.
There'll be rising unemployment, and there will be plenty business crash. Please, if you are in CCI and you are in America, listen to me.
The rising unemployment and business slowdown aligns directly with Pastor Obed's prophecy, highlighting growing economic challenges for Americans in 2025. USA Immigration and Deportation 2025. The Apostle of God again prophesied that 2025 would witness mass deportation in the United States, particularly targeting immigrants. Recent report validates this prophecy.
Please, if you are in CCI and you are in America, listen to me. You would have to get in touch with our office because of what I'm about to say.
As of April 2025, the Trump administration claimed that approximately 140,000 individuals had been deported. Some estimates suggest that the figure may be lower, but by late August, ICE alone reportedly deported nearly 200,000 people in the first 7 months of the administration's second term. Analysts describe this as a significant escalation in U.S. immigration enforcement, sparking widespread debates over human rights, democratic principles, and the impact on immigrant communities.
ICE has been in the news recently.
ICE agents detained some 1,600 illegal migrants on Tuesday.
Raided this meatpacking plant.
Rounding up workers.
20 to more than 100 people detained without explanation.
Put into handcuffs.
And taken to detention centers.
There will be deportation of immigrants.
The rapid rise in deportations aligned directly with Pastor Obed's prophecy, highlighting an unprecedented crackdown on immigrants in the United States during 2025. Big losses in US dollar and stock market. The man of God, Pastor Obed, declared that US dollar and stock markets would suffer major losses in 2025, driven by instability and government disruptions.
There will be a big loss in the US dollar stocks.
In 2025, U.S. stock futures and the dollar recorded sharp decline. During periods of government shutdown resulted in severe market volatility and financial losses, exactly as prophesied.
The dollar has had a tough few months. It's been on the decline ever since Trump took office, but it enjoyed a moment of respite earlier this month, stabilizing against most major currencies. However, in the past couple of days, it's suddenly collapsed, with the so-called dollar index, which measures the strength of the dollar against a weighted basket of other major currencies, on Thursday plummeting to its lowest level since February 2022. The dollar has lost some of its appeal as a safe haven since Trump took office, as evidenced by the fact that both American stocks and the dollar declined at the same time, which didn't used to happen, and isn't what you'd expect to happen from a safe haven currency.
There will be a big loss in the US dollar stocks.
Pastor Obed also prophesied 2 major earthquakes early in the year and another wave of quakes in the latter part of the year.
Taiwan will have 2 major earthquakes early part of the year. and another after the second part of the year as a result of seismic interruptions in the seas. The moment Japan sees Taiwan having an earthquake, and the moment Taiwan sees Japan having an earthquake, these countries should prepare because they are next after each other as brothers in earthquake. It will follow in a few weeks and vice versa. Both countries will have two major setback earthquakes this year.
Confirmed earthquakes in 2025. Taiwan, early 2025, 21st January, magnitude 6.4 quake in Chiayi County, 27 injured, multiple aftershocks. April 9th, magnitude 5.8 quake off Yilan County, tremors felt in Taipei. Second half of 2025, August 7th, magnitude 6.2 quake off the northeastern coast, minor damage, 27 injured. August 27th, magnitude 6.0 offshore quake, building shook widely. October 8th, strong quake in Hualien County. Experts warned of more tremors to follow.
The moment Japan sees Taiwan having an earthquake, and the moment Taiwan sees Japan having an earthquake, these countries should prepare because they are next after each other as brothers in earthquake.
The powerful earthquake sparking fires near Japan's northern coast, shaking buildings, causing alarms to ring and homes to sway, triggering tsunami waves and panic. The full extent of the damage and injuries still not clear. The magnitude 7.6 quake putting communities on alert up and down the Pacific coast. 90,000 people urged to evacuate to higher ground, and many did. Japan's Prime Minister Sanai Takeichi saying the government is putting people's lives first.
This event confirmed in detail the prophetic warnings delivered by the man of God. This segment is brought to you by Golden Partnership Platform. Visit our website, christcosmopolitan.org, and partner with the man of God, Pastor Obed Obeng-Addae. My name is Sarah Bedu.